Alright, no intro. This will be my final theory before TDX's Nightmare Mode releases. And I think that with the final leaks that we have been given, we can finally piece together what is one of the biggest and longest running mysteries within the entire game. Who is the traitor? I think that I've finally figured it out. And not only have I figured it out, but I know why the Wretched knows. I know when Mallerie was sacrificed. I think that this just solves everything. And it gives us a key into why Advisor is so angry in the trailer, what he is so desperately trying to cover up, and why he wants Xenon dead. So let's get into it. So, surprise, surprise, I think the traitor that we have been told about since Halloween 2024 is none other than the Advisor character. Big shocker, whoa, one of the main characters is the traitor, who would have guessed? But like I've said, it's not really that we didn't know, it's more so why and when and where. I find those things to be way more interesting than who did it. So let's get into that. So what exactly did Advisor do? Well, I think that Advisor was there and complicit and helped in the sacrifice of Dr. Mallerie. This is why I think this. So in a most recent teaser that we have been given, we see that Dr. Mallerie is shown, she's looking scared. This is obviously showing that we are going to be seeing the scene of when she was sacrificed. However, one important thing to note is that if we look on her shoulder, she has a GDA pin. This means that she and Xenon had not left the organization yet. Mallerie was still part of the GDA when she was sacrificed, which means that the GDA would have known that she was sacrificed, which actually really ties into something. Have you ever wondered why every other Calamity entity has their own name, like Catastrophe or Abomination, well, like whatever they're called? However, Mallerie is referred to as Redacted. Why would she be redacted? If she had left the organization and was sacrificed outside of it, A, the GDA wouldn't even know that she had died. How would they know that that's her? And B, why would they redact her name? She had left the organization. Nothing about her really matters. However, the fact that her name is redacted and is the only name that is redacted throughout the entire game, this tells me that the GDA were hiding something. If it got out that one of their top scientists was sacrificed in the organization, that would be a massive scandal. So her name is redacted and not known even from the commander's perspective. I think that makes a lot of sense. This would also explain why the redacted creature, Mallerie, she says that she will kill both of you. She's referring to not only the GDA and the Xenoforce, she is specifically referring to Dr. Xenon and the Advisor, the two people who were the cause of her death. Now, this also ties into how the Wretched knows. How does the Wretched know that there's a traitor among the GDA, and why does he care? Well, he's part of the Calamity faction, a faction that worships Mallerie. And given that the Wretched has such a high position, Mallerie would have definitely told him exactly why she wants the Awakened to invade this world. Why are they fighting this war? Yes, it's because they stole the Calamity's resources, but it's also a personal affair. She has beef with the two factions and the two specific people that led to her demise. That is why the Wretched talks about there being a traitor. There is someone in the GDA who sacrificed one of their own and turned them into a Calamity creature. That is what I'm thinking is happening. Now, why is John being restrained in this cutscene? Well, I think this is the end of Nightmare, at the end of the secret ending, where the player and subsequently John finds out that the Advisor has become a traitor. And I believe this is him facing the repercussions of figuring out that one of the high-ranking members of the organization killed one of their own in a sacrifice to the demons that they have been fighting. I think John would be rightfully pissed, and I feel like the player would obviously be pissed as well. But what is he going to do against the Advisor? He's going to be silenced, he's going to be killed off, and he's going to be replaced by a clone. That is what I think is going to be the deeper story here regarding Advisor and his relationship to the Calamity. The stuff with Xenon, that remains to be seen. I can't wait to learn more about that stuff. But regardless, I'll see you guys when the update drops. This is a shorter video, but let's see if you agree with me or not. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.